Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, to Our Way of Thinking TV, where I bring y'all trending topics and real life conversations. If you know, you know. Tap in, let her cook. Yeah, and I'm back with a topic. Ooh, this one right here might get a little real, might get a little triggering. Because I'm seeing a lot about it's like this little silent beat for this silent little underlining of parents versus no parents. I don't know what's going on. It seems like people are projecting. It seems like people are um a little bitter in their feelings. Why you can't just let people choose what they want to have. If they want to have 50 kids or no kids, that's their business. Um, but you got people out here that wanna, oh, people with no kids shouldn't be struggling. People with kids they get certain assistance and all is just yeah. Um, and we just want to know, like, I just want to ask y'all, uh, people with, because I am a person with no kids, and I want to know, should people with no kids be struggling? Um, but answer me this, before you had kids, were you struggling? Okay. Um, yeah, because people act like it's impossible to struggle with no kids. So before you had kids in high school or college, you never struggled? I'm just saying. But nevertheless, um, we gonna definitely get into some videos. Um, I just don't, everybody wanna say when it comes to certain things, my body, my choice. Um, so that should be what it is. It's a lot of shaming going on. Oh, if you're not a parent, you're selfish, you're this, you shouldn't be, you should have all this money and okay. I hear you. But yeah, let's get into these videos.
Who don't have kids have no reason to be broke.
What do you mean by that?
People who don't have kids have no reason to be broke.
That's
Period.
a fact. That's a fact. What are you spending your money on if you don't have kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, when no kids is asking me to borrow money, like I really got to look at you like, bro, are you good? Like, what do you do? Like, I feel like you're on drugs.
No,
You
it
got to be on
has
drugs.
because you're not taking care of anyone else but
It's the
yourself.
fent, man.
You're not feeding somebody else. You're not bathing anybody else. You're not paying no extra bills. Nothing. Like you work a job and you live in a 1-bedroom apartment.
How you
Where is
broke?
your money going?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Seems like people with no children always catching strays for choosing not to have children. I don't see those same people complain when the taxes hit or when they qualify for government assistance. And even with their help, some people with children are still struggling. Some people with podcasts would be saying whatever for clicks and views just to go viral. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
That's my thing. Why is it a shame? You're trying to shame somebody for something they chose not to do or not to have. Um, you get what I'm saying? It's like, and then the ignorance. Oh, well, what are you spending your money on? As if you still don't have to survive. Surviving on its own just costs a lot of money. Um, so like I said before, you never struggled before you had the kids.
This woman say, as usual, when they speak on women with no kids, she said, if you have no kids, it's no reason for you to not be burnt out. She said, I don't want to hear that, oh, it's the economy. I don't want to hear, she said, I don't want to hear people with kids get more resources and help. If you have no kids, there's no reason for you to be burnt out. You should be able to go and achieve things. You should be able to be successful. You have nothing holding you back. And there's just no reason for you to be burnt out when you have no kids. Now, y'all know me. I like to see things from different perspectives, okay? Me being a woman with no kids, I got to take on that. I understand. When you have no kids, yes, you have more free will. You have more time. You have a little bit more money, if that. Some people don't, but some people may have more money because they don't have kids. Yes, they have freedom. They can get up and go. They can travel. They have more opportunities when they have no kids. However, I need people to understand that just because you have no kids does not mean you don't face the same obstacles, the same issues, the same jobs, the same economy as people with kids. We still deal with the same shit y'all deal with. We just do not have children. It seems like for some reason people think because you don't have kids that you don't face the same type of world that they face. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I don't have nobody holding me back from traveling. I don't have nobody holding me back from being able to get up and go. So yes, I probably could take a job that you can't take. But that does not mean that job won't be hard to obtain for us, just like it may be hard for you to obtain. Yes, I may have a little bit more money than you, but that still don't mean I'm rich. That still don't mean I don't face financial issues. People with no kids are still human beings. You get what I'm saying? People facing mental illness. We stress just like anybody else. We stress about school. We stress about work. We stress about bills because bills still come. Bills do not become cheaper because you have no kids. Jobs don't just pay you more because you have no kids. The same jobs that's not paying y'all enough is not paying us enough. You get what I'm saying? So my whole point of this is that for some reason, people with kids just think that everything is different for us. Like we're just in a whole nother universe and we have everything at our fingertips and everything should just be easier. And it's not, because we're living in the same world you're living in. Now, granted, yes, if you don't have no kids, you have more opportunities. But I don't want y'all to get that mixed up with the fact that we still face the same obstacles. We still live in the same world, face the same issues, pay the same bills, get denied the same jobs, and have to try as hard as y'all do. It's not easier because we don't have kids in every aspect. So please just understand the difference.
And my thing is, people gonna say, well, if you don't have kids, you got all this opportunity. You can go to school. You can go do this. You can travel the world. Okay, before you had kids, why didn't you do it? If y'all making it seem like it's so easy, you didn't always have kids. So before you had the kids, why didn't you do it? it you get what I'm saying? It's not just easy out here because somebody don't have kids. Y'all just making excuses. It sound like you're mad about something. It sound like you get what I'm saying? Then at this, and I'm not trying to throw no shade. I'm not trying to start no uproar, but I'm just gonna be real about it. Like a lot of these females, that do have kids, um, the grandmother be having the kids. Let's be real. So you didn't even have that child, and you wasn't really raising that child, and you're still struggling. Um, I'm just saying.
The main reason why I don't want no kids is because this world is trash. We live in a toxic society and people raise their kids to be toxic, just to fit in or so they won't be soft. On top of the fact that I never have baby fever, and a lot of people be like, yo, what if it just happened? Like, what if it's an accident? Bro, I'm walking birth control. Nah, but I just never had the urge to have kids for real, you know what I'm saying? $28 for a curtain is crazy. It's not about the money, it's not about providing or nothing like that, or being there. And I actually think that I would be a solid parent. I think that I have great qualities to share to the world. That's why I create content, and that's why I do the things that I do, write my book or whatever, trying to help other people that's been through the same things as me, or just people that, don't want to be depressed, blah, 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 the list goes on. I just feel like if I raise a kid, does this world deserve? Sorry, no, let me not get in that bag. I don't know, bro. It's so many different reasons why I don't want kids. They just not for me, for real, for real.
This is my very hot take, but if I did not already have kids in 2025, there's no way in hell I'd be having kids. Number one, grandparents are still working. Neighbors aren't willing to take care of your children. Everybody is just trying to keep their heads barely above water. So there is no more village. Don't even get me started on the economy. It's an absolute joke. Childcare can be more than rent. School lunches are expensive, and shopping for groceries feels like a damn luxury. Also, it's way too many moms that are solo parenting in a two-parent household. They're carrying all the mental load, signing all the school forms, going to all the doctor's appointments, handling all the damn discipline, and they got to go to work too. Then it's hustle culture. Everybody is working 2 jobs, mandatory, or they got some sort of side hustle. All of this extra time that you could be investing into children, you're not able to do anymore. It just doesn't exist. Those are just a few reasons why I say just don't have kids. Parenting in 2025 feels like an extreme sport that nobody trained us for. It's no way I'd have kids in 2025. Just don't have them.
Now look, I don't have no problem with people wanting kids. Some people want a big family. Some people want to be able to go home to a family. It's nothing wrong with that. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm not shaming you, why are you shaming us? Why are you get what I'm saying? Choose your life and live how you want to live. If you want a big, beautiful family, congratulations to you. There's nothing wrong with that. But why, when somebody say they don't have kids at a certain age, it's like, oh, you're a failure. Nobody wants you. You're selfish. You're this, and all these things. Like,
We is back at it again because you guys want to have this conversation about people with children versus people without children, and why is everybody struggling. The people without children are saying that the people with children aren't struggling as much because we get governmental assistance, and they don't get any assistance. Let me tell you this. Saw a woman, 5 children, a whole nurse. Okay? She owns her own house. She owns her own car. She owns all of this. Saw a woman last night sitting up there, 24. She worked the last 5 years, 2 jobs, saved up $200,000, bought her dream home, and is paying it off. She has a car that she owns. She even went and bought herself a Dior purse. So now, if we have 2 wonderful examples of people that have children that are making it and don't have children that are making it, where's the disconnect? What is the problem, right? So let me guess, you're going to assume that the woman that is a nurse is only making it because she got governmental assistance versus the woman who worked extra hard, huh? Children are expensive. Government assistance don't cover Pampers, pull-ups, diapers, clothes, shoes. They don't cover that. They don't.
Not only is it irresponsible to have kids knowing you struggling like fuck, but it's selfish. It's literally selfish. If you having a hard time eating, if you having a hard time keeping a roof over your head, if you know you ain't got no support system, you know shit not looking up for you right now, why even put yourself in position? Why even put yourself through that? It's bad enough you about to put the kid through some bullshit that he didn't ask for. And granted, when the kids be small, they don't know they struggling. You know what I'm saying? But you know. And you still decide to go through with that shit. I don't know, man. I kind of look at those people sideways like, okay. Some up here, it ain't always put together. And I ain't judging. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. Do the best you can with what you done started, but to purposely go out and just continue to have kids, knowing you struggling, knowing you can't keep up with the day to day, it's like, bro, like that shit irked my nerve.
it's like, who's more wrong? A person who choose not to have kids because they know they can't afford it, or a person that keep having kids knowing that they can't afford it?
Living in the South, do you know how crazy people look at me for saying that I am 30 with no kids? People are like, why? And I'm like, you do know having kids is an option. You do know you can plan to have kids. You do know that waiting to be married to have kids is like normal. That's like normal. That's how it should be. I don't know if it's because coming from the East Coast, coming from Massachusetts, and then moving to Texas, it is normal to be in your 30s and have no kids. It is normal to go to school, travel, do the things that you want to do, become who you are, and not have kids. But the minute I moved to Texas, and once people meet me, they're like, how many kids you got? And I'm like, none. They're like, why? And I'm like, what you mean? Or simply the way I'm living. They're like, so who's paying your bills? Me. It's me. Like, I want to say this out loud and explicitly. You don't have to be a baby mother. You don't have to have kids with that man. And then on top of that, people are like, I don't want to get married because the law deems you husband and wife after 5 years in Texas. Common law. That's what we're aspiring to. Like, it's never, I'm going to get married and have kids. Everybody got kids. Like, it's so normal to date someone and they have like kids from multiple people, or it's so normal to date someone and they had kids in their early 20s as teenagers, or they have teenagers themselves. It's not normal to be in your 30s or waiting or being intentional about having children. That is just like insane to me until this day. Like, people look at you like you're an anomaly. Like, this is like normal. And I knew being in the South is going to be different, obviously. Different strokes for different folks. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need to have them kids. You can plan to have kids. You can save for kids. You can wait until it's the right time. You don't have to lay down and have them kids with that person. Baby mom is not, it's not a righteous title.
That's the thing I'm saying. Who said it's a flex to have all these kids and this and that? Once again, like, I'm not trying to throw shade and whatnot, but it's like people with kids will look down on people without kids, but it's like you making it seem like you so much better or something. Like, as if you don't have 3 kids, 2 different baby fathers, and neither one of them are in the picture. Where is the flex? Where is the, like, we see y'all going through what y'all going through, all this baby mama, baby daddy drama, going to court, arguing over custody. Who the hell want that? It just seems like a headache. It seems stressful. Yeah. Y'all not setting a good example.
Check it out. I'm not knocking nobody that has kids. If you have kids, that's a beautiful thing. Do your thing. But I'm getting to the age now where people will start asking me why I don't have kids. Like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Why I don't have kids? Y'all making it seem like kids is like the new Jordans that just came out, or some new sunglasses or something. We talking about a human being. Why don't you have a child? Like, I'm supposed to act like I don't fucking know. I guess I'm just using condoms. Truth be told, I'm scared to have kids. Seeing the shit that y'all go through with y'all baby fathers and baby mamas, y'all scarred the shit out of us. I'm scared of shit. Child support, all type of shit. Listen, me personally, having a kid never even passed my fucking mind. I've been living my life in my 20s, having fun. And then some people that be having kids, they be really throwing shade at you. Like, they really throw shade. Talking about some, well, damn, you gonna be like 40 years old picking up your son from daycare. That's crazy. It ain't crazy, bitch. I mean, I'm living my life. I'm in my 20s. What's crazy is that every time you want to have fun, you got to find a babysitter. That's crazy. You got to keep dropping them kids at their grandma's house. They tired of seeing their grandma, but they want to see you. Again, I'm not knocking nobody with kids at an early age. My parents was young when they had me, right? Then they broke up 3 months after they had me. So, like I said, when you're young...
Why having kids would ruin my life. They too expensive. Not only do you gotta buy necessities like food and Pampers, but you also gotta buy them what they want. They'll either want a million toys or they'll want the most expensive game system out there. Life is already expensive as a single person, so why would I want to have a kid? No free time. My sleeping schedule would be messed up and I would probably have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to a baby crying. When I come home, I want to come to a quiet house. I want to come to complete silence and I just want to turn my TV on. I don't want to come home from work and hear, mommy, 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 mommy. I'm one of those people that don't like having people in my face all the time and not need my solitude. If I make plans for myself, I want to easily be able to go out to eat or go to the movies without having to call a babysitter. My mental health would be bad. I already struggle with anxiety, but I know if I had a kid, my anxiety would be way worse. Postpartum depression is so common and I don't want to go through that after I have a child. I would hate to be in the middle of a mental breakdown and I'm sitting on the couch and I'm about to cry, but then suddenly my kid taps me on the shoulder and be like, hey, I want to go to McDonald's before they close. I feel like you wouldn't be able to have mental health days for yourself and you wouldn't be able to take a break. It don't matter how depressed you are or whether you want to take your life or none of that, you still have to take care of your child. And I have many more reasons on why having a kid will ruin my life. So yeah, call me selfish.
Once again, like I said, it's always something. If she got a lot of kids, she for the streets. If she don't have no kids, and this is for the men too, but men don't get it like females get it. They can just have a million kids and going on about their life. But a female, she's the the worst parent in the world. If she have all these kids and the baby fathers are not there and so forth, and it's just always some type of shame going on. It's always some type of looking down on a person. Listen, do what you need to do. Like she said, like this girl said in this video, her mental wouldn't be right. And you have to respect that. Some people don't have it. They don't have the patience. They don't have the mental to do it. That don't make them wrong. That don't make them a bad person. That makes them more of a logical person to think like, you know what? I'm not going to do this because you know what? Truthfully, I don't think I can. Be real with yourself. A lot of these parents won't admit that they done had them kids for that man and now that man gone and they stressed as hell because they really ain't want that baby for real. Oh, we don't want to have that conversation.
Kids, if this is not the sign for y'all, if you know you're not in a space, you don't have your own place, you don't have a career, you don't have a set income or 2 or 3, literally, because you need more than one income to survive by your damn self. Like, if you don't have that, stop having kids. And then also sometimes I do feel for the people, the mothers that come on the app like and beg for money sometimes, but at the same time I don't, because like you chose to have those 3 to 4 kids, so it's like you knew that first baby, you had to know that first baby was not easy, you know what I'm saying? So why I keep adding to the equation is like, you know what I'm saying, like I really don't like that, because you can't help nobody that don't want to help their motherfucking self. Like right now I'm looking for a second job, like I don't even play that shit, you see what I'm saying? Like I got too much time on my hand, I don't like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go to Target. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't help nobody that don't want to help yourself. So y'all come to this internet wanting us to help you if you don't want to help yourself. You never have. Because if you did, you wouldn't have them 3, 4 kids.
And it's nobody's responsibility. Y'all act like somebody done put a weapon to y'all head and made y'all have them kids. Y'all mad at the wrong people. Like, if a person just choose not to move like that, what's the issue? You feel what I'm saying? It just
And why y'all be out here thinking that the people who ain't got no kids ain't struggling? We struggling too. Just because we ain't got no kids don't mean we ain't out here getting swallowed by the rent prices. We getting cooked by the grocery bills every 2 weeks. Why y'all ain't paying up y'all rent with that tax money that you getting $5,000 a piece for all them 5 kids you got? Now, I ain't gonna lie, you know the economy getting bad when you better off having kids than not having kids. At least if you got the kids, you're getting the benefits, and the benefits, you just gotta know how to manage them. Because if you ain't managing them right, then your kids going without, and y'all ain't got no food in the crib, and y'all ain't got nowhere to stay. But what makes y'all think that people without kids ain't struggling? If you ain't got no kids, let me know why you still struggling. And if you got kids, why you think that the people who ain't got kids shouldn't have a reason to be struggling? What makes you think that they shouldn't be struggling? What would you do if you didn't have kids? Would you be able to make it out here in this economy? And it's always crazy because the people who don't have kids are always the ones struggling to find a job that will be able to compensate their work ethic of having to work 72 hours a week with good compensation, good pay, and good benefits. Because y'all want us to work 120 hours a week, but you want to pay us $15 an hour.
So it was like adults struggling with no kids is weird. The fuck you out here doing? First off, I'm doing this by myself. And when you got a kid, you know, that give you more motivation. Like, oh yeah, I gotta do this for my kid. I gotta get me a job for my kid. I just have a little bit more room to be irresponsible because I don't have any kids. And no shade, no tea, but I'm not bringing no child in the world when, bitch, I can barely take care of myself. The fuck?
I'm just saying. They saying it's weird and it's not. It's very much possible to be struggling. Um, are we struggling as much as somebody with kids? Probably not. But can you still struggle? Yes. I mean, tell some what do they buy with they money? So people don't have car insurance, cell phone, car notes, hygiene products you got to get for the house, food. Did I say food? Uh, gas, electricity, Wi-Fi. Y'all think people who just don't have no kids don't have no type of responsibility? They don't have nothing. They don't have to uh buy clothes. They don't have to get their hair done. They don't have to do nothing. Like, you get what I'm saying? But like he said in this video, sometimes y'all do have more motivation. The people with the kids have you have more motivation because you don't have no choice. And this ain't shade, but it's illegal to not take care of your child. It's called neglect. You have no choice to get up and take that child to school, or CPS gonna be at your door. I'm just saying, you have no choice. And I think that's why it's low key some type of uh bitterness there a little bit, and because we don't have to. If I want to sleep in, if I want to stay up late, maybe I can, and you feel maybe some type of way because you can't. And once again, you still made that choice. uh but people out here with no kids can struggle. I don't see a issue. I know people with kids who are successful, and I know people who have no kids that are successful. Either way you choose to live your life, it's your business. Um, you get what I'm saying? However you do it, as long as you're happy, as long as you're at peace, you know what I mean? It shouldn't matter. But y'all give me y'all take on this. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Should people with no kids be struggling? Um, is there some type of um, anger towards people with no kids, and why? You get what I'm saying? If they chose not to have kids or whatever, why is there some type of like shame, or people will laugh at you as if like, oh, nobody wants you, you're useless, you're a failure. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, okay. Um, so you're not a failure with kids, even though you got those kids, and you still can't get no help. The baby father not in the picture. What's the difference? Um, yeah, but listen, y'all got to tell me, get in them comments, run that subscription button up, run them like button up. We trying to get there. We trying to get monetized. Thank y'all for the ones that have been showing love and supporting Our Way of Thinking TV. I'm out.